a start for the Ferraris, and Charles Leclerc's to the inside. He's done it.
It kind of was the race that we were anticipating.
DriveOver, a new video series about the 2026 Formula 1 season that is divided in different episodes. Each episode shows different races of the season. I've released actually 2 episodes. The episode 0 that covers the first race of the season in Australia, and episode 1 that covers the Chinese Grand Prix, Japanese Grand Prix and Miami Grand Prix. This video series is really different in terms of editing and montage to all what I was making before, like previous documentaries as the Silver War, Silver versus Red, the 8th and 1. This documentaries tells rivalries between 2 drivers for a championship in one particular season. DriveOver is a completely different project. I would like to show you the insights of this project and to try to let you know why it's so special, these videos, in the way they were edited. And this is the insights of the project, the laboratory where I'm creating these episodes of DriveOver F1 2026. As you can see, I've completed 2 episodes, episode 0 and the most recent episode that I released last week, episode 1. The idea of each episode is to show different track battles between particular drivers, depend on the race. That means in each episode, the drivers or teams that are shown are different. I'm not showing every single driver or every single team in every single episode. In all these episodes, as you can see, there are a lot of motion graphics with multi-cameras, like here, for example, that is Oscar Piastri talking at the same time. He's retired from even before the start of the Australian Grand Prix.
With a combination of bad factors, so obviously just very disappointing.
There are a lot of audio tracks where I introduce all these modern graphics, where I show team radio messages as usual in my documentaries.
Brake balance +1. Good start.
Multi-cameras, this is something new where I include one of the drivers talking after the race about his race, meanwhile you are seeing the editing of the race.
It looks like we are much better in the race than in qualifying, this for sure, compared to Mercedes.
And this is something that people really love it in the first episode I released. But also there are more graphics like this one, triple multi-screen, 3 different screens showing the same action at the same time. In this case, for example, you can see Lewis Hamilton at the left side, Charles Leclerc at the right side on red, and in the middle the same action showed by the track cameras. Split screens where you can see the driver and his car driving, like Lozano here talking about his race starting in Australia.
But the car didn't move, lost all power, and I couldn't get power for another 5 seconds. I was just sitting there. So
it's massive work, but the result is very dynamic. All elements sync with good music that I've chosen for this new video series, that is like synthwave retro songs. And gives to the editing a much better flow. The sound design is something really interesting as well. Apart from the songs and the audio tracks, I create special effects. For example, every time the active aero is open or closed, you can listen how the wings are being closed or open. This audio track will eliminate the rest of the sounds. There are moments or footage where both cars close the active aero and I have to simulate both sounds. For example, in this moment, I have this track in yellow to simulate the sound that produced when the rear wing or active aero of the RV is closed, and the next sound, the same with the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, because now Max brakes later and the active aero closes later as well. So let's listen. That is very cool.
Bends on the restart for Arvid Lindblad, but it's about to end.
Sound effect for when the active aero is closed is a bit different to what listened before when the active aero is open. And this is when it's open. There are more sound effects, for example, for the motion graphics of the team radio message.
If we hold track position, I think we can hang up to this.
And different codes, radio codes in the graphics with the 2 initial letters of the first and last name of each driver. In this case, Oscar Piastri is OP, and then his racing number 81. It's like a radio code, and then there is a short image of Oscar here to represent his image as a driver, you know, and then the message. On my mind, I start to create kind of storyboard, and then I've built like a puzzle connecting, as I said, these different events that happen in different races in one single video. For example, Russell and Leclerc, they are really protagonists in the episode 0 that covers the Australian Grand Prix.
George Russell is up to the lead, not quite.
That was very dangerous by Leclerc, especially what we spoke about at briefing.
And he was, quite aggressive in some of the defensive manoeuvres.
Side by side, George Russell retakes the lead again.
In episode 1, it's much different because I edited 3 races in one video: China, Japan, and Miami. So I had to concentrate or to pick the best stories of each Grand Prix and to connect them through different races.
The world champion team mired in the pit lane.
It was an electrical problem on the power unit, different to Lando's.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's all I know for now. I think they're still trying to investigate what is actually happening.
The Japanese Grand Prix is underway. Watch Piastri, race leader Piastri.
Every time I upload a new episode of DriveOver, I go on live in a section I name Insider. In the Insider 1, I explain fully details this board, this graphic. That's why I had to make a Leclerc versus Hamilton fight in the Chinese Grand Prix, okay? We finished the editing and it's connected with the Russell's fail, and also with the Antonelli win, and also with the Hamilton P3 achieving his first podium with Ferrari. The full explanation of this storyboard I built for episode 1 is on my Patreon page. There is possible to get access to the live replay, patreon.com/flows. If you are big fan of my work process and all these things, you have to watch this live. I will place a card here at the top where you can get access to my Patreon page, and also it's a beautiful way to support projects like this one, DriveOver 2026. In case you would like to watch the DriveOver episodes, I will place here the playlist, the official YouTube playlist. Thank you so much for watching and see you very soon, I hope, in the next video. Bye bye.